Hello. Today is day 7 of my 30 day lit financial literacy challenge. Those of you who've been watching me, you know I usually do the 21-day live challenge, but I'm actually doing a 30-day live challenge. So thank you so much for being here. If this is your first time watching me, I would like to share with you that my name is Terry Alford. I am the Women's Wealth Strategist. I specialize in helping business women build wealth and financial freedom so that we can live, lead, and lead multi-million dollar legacies. I'm incredibly excited to bring this topic to you on today after going to a beautiful event that was led by Shantae Hollins. She had an event on yesterday where I had the honor of being a vendor or a vendor at. I was a vendor at her event on yesterday, and she had a beautiful program in which we spoke about boundaries. Boundaries. Now, there were 7 boundaries that we spoke on. Let's see if I can remember them. I don't have my notes with me because I'm going live, and I like to go live and actually speak from the heart. So let's see. There were, of course, financial boundaries, which is what we're talking about on today. Spiritual boundaries, physical boundaries, emotional boundaries, sexual boundaries, time boundaries, and non-negotiables. Yes, those were the things that we spoke about on yesterday. And it was really awesome because there are not many spaces that I go into where people are actually talking about boundaries. And if I be really real with you, I am not where I would have desired to be at this stage in life because I did not set and adhere to healthy financial boundaries. So during this financial literacy challenge, I don't want to just tell you, hey, this is what you should do. You should have budget, you should invest, you should save more, you should buy life insurance. By the way, I am a life insurance broker. If you need a life insurance policy, reach out to me. I'm going to give you more than that. I want to really help you. I want to ignite a fire within you to become more financially astute and be able to educate yourself through this challenge. I want you to walk away equipped, empowered, and educated. And one of the things that you may come here needing is a conversation about boundaries. You may say, Terry, I already know about budgeting. I have a budget. I got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 budgets. I have budgets on top of budgets. Hold on, wait a minute. I was about to sing a song. There's a song for everything. There's a song by the name of Budget. I won't rap it here, but there is a song named Budget, and it just popped in my head. But anyway, let's see. Back on track. Budgets. So you may know about budgets. You may know about credit repair. You may know how to bring a lot of cash into your business, into your household. You may know how to get sponsorships and grants and scholarships and be able to just have money coming in from all places. But if you do not have healthy financial boundaries, you are not going to truly build wealth. You're going to hold yourself back. You're going to make some mistakes. So that's why on today, I want to speak about financial boundaries. So here's some ways that you can have stronger financial boundaries so that you can build more wealth and you can be on a better track to becoming financially free. The first way that you can have healthier financial boundaries is to say no. No. The answer is no. No is a complete sentence. And sometimes those of us who have recovered from or are recovering from being a people pleaser, we tend to think that we need to give an explanation every time we say no. We don't. The answer is no. I'm not going to do it. Get somebody else to do it. No, we don't have to explain. The answer is just no. Thank you for the opportunity to bless you. But on today, my answer is no. And we got to get really confident in order to say no. Like the reason that some people have problems saying no, and I can speak on this because I know from experience, okay? I'm not telling you anything I read or I heard. I'm telling you what I know. The reason that many people have a problem saying no is because you are too concerned with what other people will think of you if you say no. What other people will think about you if you say no. And so instead of you saying yes to yourself and saying no to them, you rather say no to yourself and say yes to them. And you look up and you're like, good gracious, dang it. What is going on with my money? Your money is funny because you do not have healthy financial boundaries. You got to get comfortable saying no. You got to get confident saying no. You got to know that if you say no to someone who you think loves you, guess what? They still should love you if you say no. And that's with all types of boundaries, all of your boundaries. They should still love you if they really love you, even if you say no. They should not question your love, your commitment, your loyalty, your friendship if you say no. Because you have to say yes to yourself. Now, sometimes you may want to give an explanation just because you want to let them know that this is not the time. You don't have to tell them why. You don't have to go deep into the details, but you may say, my answer is no. This is actually not the time in which I want to bless you in that way or invest in you that way or to support you in that way. But just know when the time comes, I will be there for you. There you go. That's not an explanation of your no. That's you saying, no, not today. Not today. One day, but not today. You can do that. One day, but not today. Secondly, a way for you to have stronger financial boundaries is for you to charge your worth. I could do a whole live on this. I could do a whole masterclass on how I have given so much and gave so much in efforts to build stronger connections with people who didn't want to be connected, who didn't want to see me win. And so I had to realize that in order for me to truly be able to continuously build wealth and say yes to myself is to charge my worth. Can give it all to you for free. You have to pay to play. There are some of you who are not charging at all for your expertise. You are not charging at all for your brilliance. There are some situations in which you do give and you do serve without looking for compensation. Like here, you're not paying anything to watch this live. You're not paying anything to go back through my Facebook account or go back through my LinkedIn account and watch all the lives in which I'm pouring into you. However, if you want a lot of one-on-one time with me, you are going to have to pay. And the reason that you do that is because you have to be intentional about safeguarding your time, because time is money. And on your wealth building journey, there are going to be things that come your way that are distractions. I was speaking with the woman on yesterday, a wonderful psychotherapist in the Boston area. I was speaking to her on yesterday, and I shared with her that sometimes things will come your way that are tests instead of signs. Sometimes people can be so spiritual and they're like, it's a sign. It's a sign. It's a sign. When sometimes it's a test. Say, for example, for those of you who've been paying close attention to me, you know that I have an Abundance Accelerator Academy in which you can actually work with me for 8 weeks. Right? You can work with me longer than 8 weeks if you choose, but you can work with me 8 weeks. I also have a 90 days of unlimited coaching in which you can work with me one-on-one for 90 days. And I can tell you more about that. If you're interested, feel free to just type the word interest in the comment section or reach out to me, as some of you all do. Y'all watch my lives. You don't say anything. You don't even like my lives, but you will give me a call, or you'll give me a DM, or you will send a text. That's fine. Just keep on reaching out, okay? Keep on reaching out and let me know that you're interested. But sometimes people will say, oh my goodness, I'm trying to do this thing, but it didn't work the first time. So that must be a sign. That must be a sign from the Lord. I'm not going to pay for this. I'm not going to invest in this. I'm not going to do this strategy. I'm not going to go to this event. It's a sign. When a lot of times it's not a sign, it's a test. It is a test to see if you are really saying yes. Oh, y'all, last night. Let me tell y'all about last night. I went to a beautiful inaugural ceremony for none other than the Grace J, also known as Grace Johnson, also known as Pastor Grace Johnson. And let me tell you, last night's ceremony was all about saying yes. Yes to God. Yes to your calling. Yes to your purpose. Yes to your next level. Yes to you being committed to actually follow through this time. There's a song that was sang. There were so many songs that were sang, and they're replaying in my mind on this Sunday morning. There was one song that says, there is an answer, no more delay. I will say yes. There was another song that said, you know what? This is not a one-time thing. I'm saying yes for a lifetime. When you are saying yes to yourself, you have to say yes for a lifetime. When you're saying yes to your boundaries, that is. Of course, on last night, I was like, okay, God, I'm saying yes for real this time. But also, I had to say yes to my boundaries, my time boundaries. We have to be careful with how we spend our money. We have to be careful with how we spend our time. And instead of us being so concerned with what the next person is thinking, we have to be focused on what we are called to do and the legacy that we are working to build. And legacy is not just about money. But for the sake of this lit financial literacy challenge, let me stay on topic here. We're going to talk about money, building wealth, leaving a multi-million-dollar legacy will not be done if you do not say no, if you do not charge your worth, if you do not say yes to adhering to your boundaries and saying no when other people try to step over your boundaries. So you got to have great discernment when you are working to become a great steward, or to be a great steward of everything that you've been blessed with. You got to be a great steward. You got to have discernment so you can know the difference between what is a test and what is a sign. Sometimes you have signs and sometimes you have a test. And so I'm sharing with you, shameless plug, if you feel that you have been led to reach out to me because I am the person that can help you get to your next level, and there has been some type of hindrance or some type of hurdle that you've had to overcome, I want you to really ascertain if that is a true sign or is that a test. Okay, let me go on to my next thing, my next point here. Oh, let's see. Miss Singleton, good morning. Good morning. Hello. Is it Nana? I met her on yesterday too. Good morning. Thank you for watching, Queen. She said yes. She knows the conversation was good on yesterday when we spoke about boundaries. It was so good, it led me to speak about financial boundaries on today during my lit financial literacy challenge. Okay, so next point I want to make is prioritizing your financial health over feelings. I've kind of talked about that already, but you really do have to prioritize your financial health over feelings, over how you look to the rest of the world. The rest of the world may not like you anyway. Okay, I'm just being honest. Because no matter how awesome, amazing, giving, loving, cheerful I may be, there are some people who just do not like me. And I know it. It's fine. There are some people who are just not going to like you. I'm letting you know it's okay. It's fine. Since you already know that you are not going to be able to please everybody, you may as well prioritize your financial health over your feelings. I'm just saying. Another way that you can become stronger with having financial boundaries is to, and I mentioned this too, stick to your budget. Don't go off your budget. Adhere to your budget. Set a budget and stick to it. When you say yes to adhering to your budget, you are going to have to say no to others, but you got to say yes for real. You have to say, yes, I want to build wealth for real. I want to build an incredible legacy for real. When I leave this earth, I want to be able to inspire, motivate, educate people for real long after I am here, if that's what you desire to do. I want to be able to have an inheritance for my children and my children's children. I guess it's Sunday morning, so I'm just, and I was at such a good church service last night. I'm giving all the Bible verses today. Bonus points if you can tell me where those verses came from. Where in the word, in the Bible, does it say that a good man, a good woman leaves an inheritance for his children's children? A good woman leaves an inheritance for her children's children. Shoot, even Beyonce said that she's leaving an inheritance for her children's children. Like her babies will be on the Forbes list because of the legacy that she's building now. So in order for you to do that, you have to be protective of your space. You have to be protective of your finances. You have to be protective of your time. You're taking us to church. I'm just saying. They say what's in you is going to come out you, right? I'm just saying, though, on today, I am encouraging you to have stronger financial boundaries. Not because it sounds cute. Not because I really want to. I feel led to speak to you on today about these things. Am I a perfect example of what it looks like when you set financial boundaries? No, I am not, which is what makes me more qualified to tell you that you need to set financial boundaries if you want to build wealth for real. You have to set financial boundaries. You have to charge your worth. You have to get used to saying no. You have to get used to prioritizing your financial health over your feelings. I am not married. Don't have any children, but for those of you who've been watching me for a long time, you know I talk about the $1 million baby plans. I love pouring into parents and teaching them why they should teach their children early about financial literacy, early about how to save for their future. It's never too early to start saving for retirement. It's never too early to start saving for college. I don't have children of my own. But when I do have children, I want my children to have access to so much more than I had access to. I don't want them to get it out the mud. I don't. Say what you want, think what you may. I don't want my children to have to get it out the mud. I want them to be able to live their God-given purpose without having to worry about money. So for that reason, even though I don't have children at this time, I have to say no to some things now because I know one day I will. If the Lord sees fit, one day I will. And I want to have more than enough. I want to have an overflow for my family. I want to be able to say, you know what? I want to take the entire month off. I'm taking the whole month off, y'all. I'm taking a whole month off. I'm taking a sabbatical so I can do whatever I want to do with my babies. Heck, maybe we decide to celebrate Christmas the whole month of December, and I decide to take off the whole month of December because I have an overflow of money coming in. And because I set financial boundaries, I will have more than enough money to be able to do that, to be able to not work for a month, to be able to travel. I may want to take my babies to go see the Taj Mahal because we studied about it in the book and I want them to see it in person. I want to be able to do that for my babies. I want to be able to do that for my children. So for that reason, on today, I have to have healthy financial boundaries. So some people may say, "Oh, you got it, girl." No, not today. I would even do this sometimes. Sometimes people will ask, and instead of me actually giving them money, I give them a resource. I may not give money sometimes, but sometimes I'll give a connection. I will give them a way for them to be able to have more than what that money is able to do. I will give them someone who may become a client. Yeah, I'll share a prospect. I'll give them a referral. There are multiple ways in which you can give and you can support people and still keep your financial boundaries. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know. Okay? So do not let people make you think that in order for you to build wealth and have financial freedom, you do not need to have financial boundaries in place. Sometimes the answer is yes. Sometimes the answer is no. Sometimes the answer is not right now. Sometimes the answer is not this, but that. For people in your circle, for people who are your friends, for people who are your family members, for people in your programs, for your clients, for your business partners. You have to adhere to your boundaries and you have to set those boundaries. You have to remind yourself of your boundaries. I have been growing so much. Oh my gosh. I am excited about the woman that I am becoming. And a big part of my growth has taken place because I've had to have an awakening of who I am and who I've been called to be and accept that and say yes to that. And I've also have had to set strong boundaries in all the areas that I mentioned earlier. But one of the toughest places for us who are leaders, who are givers, who have big hearts, who've heard things growing up like to whom much is given, much is required. To us, one of the strongest boundaries for us to have are the financial boundaries. And so I come to you on today to share with you, it is time for you to set and adhere to stronger financial boundaries. You want to get out of debt? Have stronger financial boundaries. You want to make more money in your business? Have stronger financial boundaries. You want to buy that home? You want to get that car? You want to have a financial makeover? Have stronger financial boundaries. My name is Terry Alfred. I am known as the Women's Wealth Strategist. I specialize in helping business women build wealth and financial freedom so that we can live, lead, and lead multi-million-dollar legacies. Every week, I go live in a private room. I give tips, tools, and strategies to help you as a wealth building businesswoman. So if you are a wealth building businesswoman, I encourage you to go to jointerry.com and join our free community. Also, if you're like, Terry, I want just the free stuff is so good. I want to see the other stuff. I need the behind the scenes. I want to go behind the veil and see what else you got. I encourage you to book a call so that I can share more ways that you can work with me outside of the free ways. Now, if you are like, Terry, I actually am interested in learning more about the plans you talked about, the $1 Million Baby Plan, retirement planning, insurance, you are able to book a free financial needs analysis. The financial needs analysis is free. Of course, the products and the services aren't, but the financial needs analysis is free. And you never know what may come out of that. I actually did a financial needs analysis last week. And before I knew it, she and I were speaking about ways that we could actually work together. She was like, I got to have you on my show. I got to have you on my radio show. You never know. You never know. You never know what may happen when you say yes. So don't think, oh, I don't have time. Yes, you do, because you're going to make it. Oh, I don't have the funds. You can if you want to. Let's normalize saying, instead of I can't afford it, let's normalize saying, what do I need to do in order to be able to afford it? Who do I need to be in this moment in order to be able to afford that thing? Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. Oh, I'm about to get into another topic. Let me stay on topic so that I can get ready for the rest of the things we have going on for today. So again, thank you so much for watching my live. If you're watching the replay, type #replay. If you are watching me live, say hello. Thank you, ladies, for those of you who are watching. If there is a gentleman that's watching, thank you too. I can't see everybody who's watching right now, but good morning to you. I am live right now on Facebook and LinkedIn. And so if you are inspired and you want to see more of these videos, I encourage you to actually go through my personal profile, go through my personal page on LinkedIn, and go watch other videos. If you found this video to be educational, type educational in the comment section. If you found it to be inspirational, type inspirational in the comment section. If you found it to be motivational, type motivational in the comment section. I said every day I was going to give you all something to do during this challenge. My to-do for you on today is to assess your financial boundaries. Just take inventory of them. Check them out. See if you actually have financial boundaries. And if you don't, you need to establish some. And if you do have financial boundaries, make sure you're adhering to them. And if you are adhering to your financial boundaries, celebrate yourself. When you do adhere to a financial boundary, give yourself a win. Shake a pom-pom. Clap a clapper. Go treat yourself to something nice. For me, my something nice is ice cream. I love ice cream, y'all. I love ice cream. Love Andy. I love custard. I love Culver's. I love Dairy Queen. Anyway, when you say yes to adhering to your boundaries, feel free to celebrate yourself. And if you don't celebrate yourself, again, with a nice treat, you may celebrate yourself by just doing a little dance, play your favorite song, sing to yourself in the mirror, okay? You celebrate yourself, because that's what it's going to take in order for you to truly be a businesswoman that is building wealth. Thank you again for being here on today, and I hope you all have an amazing Sunday.